there. Welcome to class. I'm Miss Faust. How are you today? You're well? Great. Good. Do you have paper ready? So you can take notes? You do? Great. Pen or pencil? You do? Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. That's a great way to start, isn't it? Okay, so behind me, it says punctuation. So we're starting with our punctuation unit. And we're going to start with the comma. Here's the symbol for the comma. It's wonderful, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to deal with 3 rules. Just 3. No. They're not just 3 rules in this world. There are so many more. But these are the really, truly important ones. Yes, indeed. So come on over here and join me. Join me. Okay, be sure you take notes. The first one should be very familiar to you. It is? Great, I like that. I'm doing modeling today. Lovely, isn't it? Items in a series, 2 plus. No, don't get confused or anything. We're not starting with a math class. But what I want you to be aware is items in a series, that rule, items in a series, means in order for a series to exist, you've got to have more than 2 items. Okay? Because if you only have 2 items, there is no way you could use the comma. Surprise, right? Yes. So please don't write, she likes math, comma, and history. Only 2 items. Math and history. It's not items in a series. Sorry. So, more than 2. Okay? All right. We got that? All right. So, items in a series. Let's see what we've got going here. He likes to go hiking, fishing, and swimming during summer. Hiking, fishing, swimming. 3 items, which means we can use the comma. Yes! Celebration time. Let's celebrate. Okay. Oh, wow. All that steam went phew. Okay. So where do the commas go? Anybody want to venture a guess? Oh, did you notice something? I said commas. So it's more than 1. Yes, more than 1. Guesses what? Between where? Hiking and fishing? Okay. Let's do it. And where else? And somebody might say, no, Miss Faust, that's wrong. No. It's correct. Where? Between what? Fishing and the word and? Yes, exactly. You'll see that word pop up over there shortly. Okay? Yes, I know. Grammar books quite often say optional before the words and even, or. So you've got 2 words, and, or. Before those words, you don't need to. If you don't want to, that's okay. No, let's not make it optional. Let's make it I have to. Please make sure you include that comma. Right now, this is a very simple sentence. There's nothing confusing about it. We know that fishing and swimming are 2 items. Okay? 2 items. When you're fishing, you're not exactly swimming. When you're swimming, you're not exactly fishing. So it's not going to be 1. Okay, so we know it's 2. Okay. However, once the sentences get longer, in other words, more extended, more difficult, more challenging, it can become quite confusing for the reader. Yes, it can, when that comma is not there. The reader might say, is that 1 item or is that 2? Now, you don't want the reader confused. So avoid that problem. Put the comma in. Just one little line there. Okay? All right. So make sure you've got this comma. Are we ready to move on over here? Let me model the side over here. Rule number 2. This was our first rule. It's called items in a series. I couldn't shrink it into something else, but rules 2 and 3, I do. Okay. So the rule for number 2 is separate 2 independent clauses. Okay, clause is another word for sentence, okay? Independent means complete thought. Okay? Subject and verb, complete thought, and it can stand on its own. Example. He ate an apple. He, subject, ate is your verb, an apple. Do you have any questions about that? A light bulb's going, ding, 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 ding. I need more information. I need more information. No! You've got everything. He ate an apple. It's a complete thought, and it can stand all on its own. That's great. That's an independent clause. That is an IC. No, don't start thinking about QT and 7-Eleven, all that. Okay, that's an IC. Okay? It says separate two ICs. Here's the rule. I made it short. I believe in short. Okay? Two ICs. So if I ever say to you, I see, no, I don't mean I see you. I see, think independent clause. Okay. So you're separating two of them. Two of them. That's great. There's only one problem. You can't just put the comma in there. You need a special word. And we call that a coordinate conjunction. Okay? We can ignore that. Coordinate conjunction. Or, as Ms. Faust says, CC. So if you hear me say CC, think coordinate conjunction. Those are special words. And there are only 7 of them. So for this rule, you think separating two ICs using a CC. 7. Just remember this word. Boys fan. It's not too difficult, is it? Boys fan. Okay? We're talking but, or, yet, so, for, and, nor. Notice anything at all. Yes, what? Yes, the first letter of each of those words right here goes back. So the B in but goes to the B here, and so on and so on and so on. Exactly. So just remember the word boys fan, and you shouldn't have any problems trying to remember your CCs. Okay? So that's the rule here. Two ICs. Two ICs, yes. Oh, I'm so excited. Items in the series. Okay. Let's look at an example. They like chocolate, but they like vanilla better. I got questions for you. They like chocolate. Up to here. What is that? Is that a complete thought? Yes, yes, yes. What? It is? Okay, so it's an IC. So you've got one IC. Now, from here to here. They like vanilla better. What about that? It's an IC? Okay, you've got another IC. Okay. So you've got your two ICs. Uh-oh, we're missing. Do we have a CC, a coordinate conjunction? We do? Where? The but? Okay, right here. So where do we put the comma? We put it before? Good job. It comes before. Remember that. No, it does not come after. It's not they like chocolate but, comma. They like chocolate yet, comma. It's before. Please remember that. Before so. Before for. Okay? So please remember that. There you go. You got your two ICs with your coordinate conjunction, with your CCs. All right. Good. Last one. Okay, so we've got this. Separate a dependent clause. Okay, your dependent clause, the DC, okay, is an incomplete thought. It could have a subject and a verb. It could, but it's not complete. And it can definitely not stand on its own. I mean, something that's complete can be on its own. It can just be on its own. But the DC, the dependent clause, can't. It needs to be connected quite often to an IC, independent clause. Or you may have to take words out and put other words in, and it can sometimes become really messy. Okay? All right. So, your DC. Yes, you could say something. I mean, you say, there's a subject and verb, miss. Okay, that's fine. Example. When she goes home. Subject, she. Goes to your verb. Okay, it's fine. When she goes home. Is that a complete thought? When she goes home. light bulb should go ding, 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 because it's not complete. When she goes home, what happens? What does she do? What does she see? Okay, all because of a word. That has CCs. This rule has subordinate conjunctions. Okay, and here's some examples. And when is a subordinate conjunction. So what subordinate conjunctions do is they take something that could be an IC. She goes home. Complete thought. It's an IC. Put the when in front as a DC. It takes something that's an IC and turns it into a DC. So here are some examples. If, since, although, whenever, though, until, because, but please don't use because to start your sentences here at PA. Okay, remember that, please. Okay, words such as those. And there are many more than those 7 CCs. Many more out there. Okay, so you're talking about a rule. Whoops, hold on. Okay. Now I fixed it. This is the rule. Separate the DC from the IC. From the IC. Okay? So the rule is DC plus IC. It's using the subordinate conjunction. So let's come over here. Until I reach my goal, I will not stop working. Until I reach my goal. Remember, until is a subordinate. Until I reach my goal. What is that? IC or DC? Is that a complete thought? Until I reach my goal. It's not complete. It's a DC. Very good. I will not stop working. DC or IC? IC, exactly. It's a complete thought. There you go. It's linked. Remember what I said. The DC needs to be connected to an IC in order to truly be a sentence. Okay? It can still be a DC, but the rest of it makes it a true, okay, sentence. Does that make sense? Okay, so CC's, subordinates. You've got the items in a series, 2 ICs, DC plus IC. Okay, let's look at the assignment. I need you to copy this right here. Okay, basically the instructions. I want you to write a sentence for each comma rule. So copy that. Write a sentence for each comma rule for each one of these. Items in a series, 2 ICs, DC, and IC for each one. So you have a total of 3 sentences. I want you to identify each sentence by its rule. Example, DC plus IC, and then you give me the sentence. Does that make sense? So copy this down, this part, the instructions right there. Please copy that. Okay, you don't need to worry about this part. It's this. So I know what the assignment is all about. And I'm not looking at it going, what in the world is this? Write a sentence for each comma rule. Let me know. It's items in a series. It's this, whatever. Okay? If there are any questions, contact me. Otherwise, when you're done with that, send it on to my address. Make sure you turn it in today. Today, not tomorrow. Today. And I hope you have a great day. Enjoy those commas. They're fun. Till next time. Bye-bye.